Hey guys, it's me Kisame, and I am doing another episode of Kisame's weekly card review. So in this video, I am going to discuss the new archetype called the Dinomist that just came out. They've been released somewhat this week, and they haven't been, released, but they've been announced. And I'm going to discuss them. I've counted, and there are 10 new cards for the new archetype. I've discussed this to Yama and to Spidey, and I decided that I am going to cut this into 2 separate videos where I'm going to discuss 5 cards, and I'm going to be tooting and booting each card individually. And I don't want to toot and boot the whole archetype because I feel like that's a little unfair, because you have to see how the cards come together as a family before you could actually really judge it. I need to see the deck in action before I could physically judge it. So, but I'm going to judge each card individually. If you guys would like to see this next Sunday, don't forget to like it, because I would like to upload these every Sunday, because I would like this to be an everyday segment for you guys. If you guys would like to see this continue, I ask for around 700 to 800 likes. If you guys can get me anywhere between that, you'll see this like probably every Sunday. So yeah, don't forget to click the like button. It's very greatly appreciated. If you want to help the channel, that's how you help me. I mean, that's all I really ask for. Also, a lot of these Dinomists they're based off actual dinosaurs. They are new water machine pendulum based deck, which I honestly find very, very interesting. And they're all based off physical dinosaurs, but a lot of them have like little changes to their name, so I'm not going to attempt to pronounce them. I'm just going to show the cards over here so you guys can see the cards, because I don't want to start blowing out names that I do not know how to pronounce, and you guys are going to be like, what? And I don't want to deal with that. I'm going to call them, this card is numbered Dinomist number 1. Okay, he's water, he's machine pendulum, he's level 4, his pendulum scales 3, and all the pendulums, there are 3 3s and I'm pretty sure 3 6s. And the 3s, their scales, I'm pretty sure all of them have this effect. If another Dinomist card/cards you control would be destroyed by battle or by an opponent's card effect, you could destroy this card instead. Now, all the 3 pendulum scales have that effect built into them. So it's basically that if they would be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you take them from the pendulum zone and you put them in the extra deck. So I mean, it gives the deck protection, but that's about it. And I'm like, okay, so because every archetype, they have that built-in effect, like this is what we do as a family. And I'm like, I get that, but you have to impress me on what you guys can do, not just by yourselves, but what you could lead to. Like, you see, Gradles are a good example of this, because Gradles, they had the built-in snatch steal effect built into them. But besides that, what else can you bring to the table? And you have to see what they can combo off with slime and like dragon and impact and like split. You have to like come together. So I just want to state that right now. So I don't want to toot it just for a built-in family effect. All right. His monster effect is when another pendulum monster you control battles an opponent's monster. After damage calculation, you can destroy both monsters. Now, I feel like that's okay, but I feel like you're going to ram into a monster that's most of the time bigger than your monster, and then just try to take out both. And I feel like it's very close to monster destruction, but so barely not, because you're losing a card in the process. And I feel like, yeah, you're breaking even, but I don't really think it's that good. So I'm going to boot this card, because this card just comes off like it could be so much better. I feel like it could have like just had a flat out destruction effect, where it's like if you see a pendulum monster or a pendulum scale monster in the scales, you could just destroy it. All right, now we're going to get into Dinomist number 2. All right, now he's a water machine pendulum, level 4, scale 6, and he has 1,700 attack points, 1,400 defense points. That's pretty good. His effect, since he's a scale 6, his effect is before resolving a card effect that targets another Dinomist card/cards you control, you can negate the effect and destroy that card. No, and destroy this card, sorry. This effect can only be used once while this card is in the pendulum zone. So basically, if you have anything specifically to like target them with an effect or destroy them, so you have to like in so much way use Spidey's like defense. You have to say, I'm like, fuck you, but I'm not talking to you kind of effect. So in my personal opinion, that's a better effect in the battle, and if they're destroyed by card effect, because most of the time, you'll just be deprisoned or pulsed, and so many days, like I feel like these days I feel like there's so many ways to get around that. But targeting I feel like is more used, and I feel like that scales better in my opinion. Now is the monster effect. Monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack and defense for each Dinomist you control. Now you see, I feel like that's just such a poor excuse for an effect, because I listen to that and I'm like, so you just weaken, so you're basically Burden of the Mightying your opponent. And I feel like I'd rather play Burden of the Mighty if that's what I wanted to lead to. I mean, his pendulum effect is good, but that physical effect of him just as a monster is just so poor, and his attack points are iffy at most with 1700. That's not very good. I mean, I like I said, I could see these things being so much better, these Dinomist cards, but alright, so this one I'm going to boot too, because I feel like I don't want to boot, I want to give a high toot to a card, but so far it's leaving me hanging. Alright, number 3. Dinomist. He's a water machine, pendulum, level 4, scale 3. You know, he's basically like if they're destroyed by battle or by card effect, you could stop it by getting rid of him. So I'm like, okay, just built-in family effect. Alright, now his monster effect is this. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you could add 1 Dinomist card from your deck to your hand. Finally a fucking good Dinomist card. Now you see this card, it gets a toot because this card actually gives you something. It has the built-in protection in the pendulum scale effect, and additionally has the monster effect that if it destroys a card, it could do searching. It has better attack points than all of them that I've seen. It has 1800 attack points and 1200 defense points. So this is automatically could kill something because it actually has decent offensive power and the ability to destroy something, giving you like a +1, and I feel like that's good. Now Dinomist number 4. Alright, now he's a machine pendulum level 5. That's very hard to make a level 5 useful, so we'll see what you can do with that. Scale 6, so he's going to have the one with the targeting. He has 2,000 attack points, 800 defense points. Now that's not very good either. Alright, now his effect is, his pendulum effect is, you know, resolving a card effect that targets, you know, a Dinomist card, you know, blah 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 blah. You know, he could stop cards at target and destroy him from the extra deck, like destroy him from the pendulum scale, put him in the extra deck. Alright, his monster effect. If you do not control a Dinomist, basically himself, in your monster zone, and your opponent controls the monster on the field that has the highest attack, you could special summon this card from your hand. So basically, if your opponent has higher attack point monsters, you could special summon. I honestly, that alone, that's very bad. I really don't like that. I honestly feel like this is probably the worst one that I've seen. Because if it was just like, if you have nothing but Dinomist, because what I would have done with this card is if it said, its effect should have been, if all you control is Dinomist monsters, special summon it. Because that would have just gave it some spamming capabilities, because you'd play 3 and you just summon 1 and then just special summon this one right after. And that's what the deck should have had. But it doesn't, because now you have to be like, oh, if I have to wait for my opponent to have a better monster, and what is he going to do? He has 2,000 attack points. Who is he running over? Thunder King? If my opponent has higher attack point monsters, they're probably going to be able to run over this bitch. I'm booting him. He's getting a straight up boot. This is going to be the last one I'm going to talk about. Alright, he's a pendulum, obvious. He's level 5 again. Oh my god, I hate level 5 ones. He is scale 3 with 2,100 attack and 400 defense. So at least he has better attack points than the other one. And since he's scale 3, he's going to have the built-in effect, like yada yada yada, about destroy by battle or by card effect, you can get rid of him instead. Alright. His monster effect. If all monsters you control are Dinomist monsters other than himself, minimum 1, you could special summon this card from your hand. You see? Was that too hard to ask? Toot, because you made the other one shit. Alright, I'm tooting this card, because this card, so to be honest, in my opinion, the third one I talk about, that one gets a toot, and the last one was a toot. You see, those two were honestly the best of the shit barrel of the other 3, because the other 3 were awful. They're interesting, but I feel like they're a little, in my opinion, too similar to Ignites, because Ignites would go into the pendulum scales, blow themselves up, and then search out another 2. They just come off like they put the scales on, they protect each other, and I feel like they protect your monsters when you play them, because I honestly feel like they need all the help that they can get, because they don't have no real plussing like attitude yet. But yet again, we haven't seen the other spells and traps, because I haven't really looked into the whole archetype as a whole yet, because I want to give you guys my honest like response from like seeing them. I haven't faced them, I haven't dueled them, I haven't used them, so I really am just giving a little evaluation off each card and just saying tuning and booting based off my opinion of the game, of playing the game for about like, I don't know, 13, 14 years. So like I said before, they remind me of Ignites. I think that they have the potential to be good, but only time will tell. A lot of the times the spells and traps really come like, you know, basically like bring a deck together. So if you guys would like to see more, don't forget, like I said before, like the video, it's greatly appreciated. It shows me that you care and just shows me that you want this segment to continue. I hate to drive it down your neck, but you know, while you throw it, but bleh. But if you go, it just shows me that you like it and that I'll continue doing the segment. A lot of people have also been claiming, where's the 6 bit of pain challenge? For what people don't know is my computer is broken. It's basically not broken, but it's on its way to the shitter. Like, I would literally show you, but I don't know where I put my computer. It's like the top part is like literally hanging off. It's so laggy, it has a virus, it's not good. And I need to edit 1, 2, 3 and it lags it. And I still produce for you guys because I'm still using the computer to edit my work, but I'm trying to save up for a nice Apple computer so I could use that to edit my videos. So until I get my Apple computer, which I might wait until Cyber Mondays, is when you start to see the 6 with the Pain challenge again. Because technically I can't duel because I can't go in Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro or Dev Pro, because when I have to record my screen, it won't let me because it's like it keeps crashing and I can't produce it. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight of what's going on in my life. All right, so like I said, see you guys later. Check out the 2 previous videos, and I hope you have a good day.